Scorpio, Sagittarius, Happy New Year! We are going to check out your energies for the year, and it's basically a New Year's spread. Normally, I would start off with your animal spirit guide, but I'm going to start off with your underlying energies because I can see them right away. You've got Seven of Pentacles for your tarot, and the bubbles for underlying energy for the cloud deck. So I'm just going to set them up here because I want to look at them for a second. There's an energy of your head in the clouds here, almost like a daydreaming feeling at work. And I feel like if that's the case, be really careful if you work in some kind of job that has potential to get hurt, because I feel like that right away is a little bit of concern. But definitely there's a feeling of working hard or hardly working, in a sense. Like, it feels like you do work hard and you have a lot to show for it, but there's a sense of maybe getting bored of it or worried it's not going to be what it always has been. But just because of it, it's like a distracted feeling where you're worried about something, and it could potentially cause you to get into some kind of harm at work. So just be wary of that. Okay, we're going to set those aside. And we're going to pick out your animal spirit guide, and it looks like Gizmo might come and help. Come on. You're going to come sit? Come on. Because if you come on my lap, you will be much quieter. Come on. He's going to end up jumping up when I'm least expecting it. Okay. Your animal spirit guide is Walrus for 2019. So it says, remain vigilant about the current situation. Pay attention to the signs and omens and let them dictate your choices. Okay, so I think that's really important after the message I just gave you, remaining vigilant. It's like you need to be aware of your surroundings and you need to know what's going on. Even signs and omens are going to let you know. So maybe even me mentioning pay attention at work because something could happen. It's really reiterating that for me. So I'm going to set that aside. And we're going to keep Walrus in mind. And also, if you see the Walrus throughout 2019, that is your animal spirit guide. So they are giving you a message. Whether it's be careful at that time. Hi, Gizmo. We're doing a reading though, so you got to be quiet. You want to come sit? Come on. Oh, he's so unpleasable as of late. Anyway, we're going to start off now. Well, we've already started. We're going to go into your main theme for 2019. It's the wood and the devil. So now there's a feeling here of being very creative, like being an artist of some sort, but maybe indulging in something to help your creativity. Not necessarily, I want to say not necessarily in a bad way, but it could be definitely in a negative way. So it's like expanding your mind, but maybe you're getting carried away, or you're not doing it in the right way, or something along those lines. And that especially resonates if you're an artist using something to, again, expand your mind. This could also be a relationship, a relationship aspect where there's a little bit of codependency here, or you or the other person could be concerned that it is that way. So we're going to keep moving on here and see where we go from there. I like to see the devil fall. So do be careful. Maybe there is something going on where you're indulging at work, and that could be where you need to be more vigilant or more aware, something like that. So your opening message for 2019 is the Jump and the Six of Wands reversed. So there's a feeling here of needing to get away from something that you maybe weren't victorious at. Sorry, notice you can't see them. It's really a feeling of trying to get away from something, or almost put it out of sight, out of mind. And I could understand that if it was like less victorious or totally not victorious, then you're going to want to let it go. It could be something that you've tried quite a few times, like the jump feels like you've jumped in and then you've jumped in again and now you're jumping in again, and it's not really panning out. And so there is some sort of need to let that go or change that energy in some way. Okay. These are actions you need to take in 2019. You've got the Return and the Queen of Wands. There may be a need to return to a particular person. Maybe you guys have taken some time apart. It may be time to return to an older female that is someone in your life that you look up to, respect, need answers from. Could be your boss. It could be that your boss is watching what's going on right now, and maybe even seeing you returning back to your old self, I feel like, because if you were like kind of off in la la land in a way, or indulging in some way, especially at work, then your boss is noticing either you're returning to work in that state or you're returning to work in a new state. So it's an interesting thing. But it kind of feels like whatever you were trying before over and over and over and wasn't working, you are going to try something new. Or at least that's the actions you need to take, or you need to get that advice from that older female person. Or again, this person is returning to your life, maybe even romantically. So that if that's the case, it feels like you may possibly have met someone younger and hung out with them for a while, and now you're going back to an older person. Not necessarily old, but older than the person you may have been with recently. Okay, so these are obstacles. Okay, so you have the Sand and the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Wow, I think somebody else has got this same mix. Was it Libra, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. Same spot, same information. Okay, here I definitely see two women involved, or two people other than yourselves involved. One is pretty assertive and very confident, and the other one seems to be losing their shit. They're trying to manifest this and it's not working. But with the Devil in the center and you've got the Queen of Wands one way and the Queen of Cups reversed on the other side, it feels like there's a definite decision you need to make between one or the other kind of a thing here. And to me, the Queen of Cups feeling would be someone very codependent, someone who like needs you or they're gonna die kind of feeling. And then the Queen of Wands is very independent and can hold her own. and is just hanging out with you because she enjoys the fact that she's hanging out with you. And if she wasn't enjoying it, she would just be off doing something else. So I guess it's for you to decide. But you need to be very wary of how you go about it. I'd say here is where you need to pay attention to signs and omens. Okay, so we're going to just look at this exactly the way I'm seeing it, with the queens on either side of the devil. Okay, so closing message for 2019. You have the Flower and the Six of Swords. Okay, so interesting, while I was initially shuffling the cards, this card popped out. And I put it back thinking I want it to come out for real if it's going to come out, and it did. And so it's the closing message, which isn't super good, except for that it feels like you will be moving away from some kind of, probably, okay, if it's a relationship, you're moving away from a relationship, one, to go towards someone new or something new. Someone a lot more grounded, a lot more confident. Because put those back. Who's the more confident of these queens, right? This one seems really, really solid, and this one seems, again, like she's losing it a little bit. Go off the deep end real soon, right? Oh, Gizmo. So, he really wants to talk to you guys right now. So, this is the Queen of Cups, this is the turbulent water, and this is the Queen of Wands, a lot more calm, peaceful, but really kind of far away and not really 100% involved. But either way, the Flower comes with this, so whatever you move towards, it's like going to grow into something beautiful. So that looks super positive, you guys. It's super, super awesome. One more thing I am going to say with these cards, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands, is Cancer, Leo again, and I know that information came out in your last reading, pretty sure, so that's what I see for that. And if that is one person, it could be that they're quite emotionally messed up right now. And so it's almost like they need you to either let them know that they're your flower, or you need to move along. Like something like that. And it feels like a lot of this, if it's relationship-wise, is consuming you at work. This could all, again, be work-related, and then it would be time to move from a turbulent work situation to something that's more solid and a lot more calm. A lot less stressful is what I would interpret that as. So I guess the walrus comes back and reminds you to remain vigilant and pay attention to signs and omens, because that's going to help you make the choices you need to make over 2019. Alright guys, so take care for now, and we'll talk to you soon, and Happy New Year!